Λοιπόν, φίλοι και φίλοι ακροατές, η ώρα τώρα είναι 2 λεπτά μετά τις 8. That's right, it's 2 minutes past 8. And what a beautiful song. I just want to play this song every morning when I get up, because it tells me to get up. It's time to get up, go out into the world and be. Oh, it's beautiful. And how wonderful it is to be able to talk to that magnificent voice, the person behind that voice, which is Kele M, and of course she is a newcomer nominee in the Basadi in Music Awards 2023, which we're going to find out all about. I think those awards take place this very night. And so we want to say Kalimera, which is good morning, and Kalosorisis, which is welcome, to Kele M, South African soulful gospel singer and songwriter, and of course contemporary gospel and Afro pop. How are you doing this morning, Kele? Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Renos. Thank you for that warm welcome. I'm well, thank
It's
you.
a lovely, lovely song, really beautiful, and it can just motivate. You know, I feel like playing it every morning so that I can hear it and then just go with it, because, sometimes to get up and be awake and go out there.
Yeah.
So, Kele, I think what we should do is let's find out a little bit about yourself. This is going to be a podcast produced by our station manager, Tula Kritsotaki. So it would be nice to have something about Kele and your journey. And then let's lead into two things. One, the song and the writing of the song, and then the Basadi in Music Awards. Over to you. Thank you, Kele. Great. Go for it.
Thank you so much, Renos. Firstly, thank you for inviting me. It's such an honor.
Thank you.
Sure. Just a bit about myself.
Yes.
And my journey. I think, I grew up singing. I grew up, loving writing.
Yes. Sure.
And music and everything. But I think my reawakening was emergence, where I realized that, I actually want to pursue this as a career, and
right.
I actually want,
sure.
I want to do stuff with it,
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, I think I think one of the highlights was, last year was when I was, selected for the Jakes Hell Emerging Songwriters mentorship program, and I was mentored by Zolani Mahola, and Mr. Fraser Berry, and for me that was it was a very pivotal moment in my career, and that's where I was like, okay, I'm done with covers. It's time to now write my story and sing my story.
Beautiful.
That's where I grew the courage, and then Awake came from a place where I felt like, I grew up very artistic, but I was pursuing every other thing as an adult,
Right.
We told that go for the stable things and, do the things that have longevity.
Right.
And when Awake came to me, it was at a point where I felt like the artist in me was dying.
Right.
And I felt that I needed to awake to my dreams. I needed to awake to my gifts and my talents.
Magnificent.
Because they are there and they're not going to go anywhere.
Correct.
And then that's why I felt like, maybe this song is not just for me, it's for other people as well.
Absolutely.
And,
yes.
And then things just, one thing, happened after the other. The Arts and Culture Trust heard it. Jess from the Arts and Culture Trust, she's the CEO, she heard it.
Yes.
She was like, I love this,
Right.
This should go to studio, and we will back this up in whatever way that we can.
Wow, nice.
And one thing, Valentin, it's amazing the connections that
Yes.
I make as people would hear the song, and people would just be like, I want to do this for this. I want to do this for this. I want to do this.
Beautiful.
And you just, feel that, this was really not just my song. It was a song for other people as well.
Yes, for sure. Because it resonates. We all need to awake. And it doesn't mean because you've awoken, you stay awake. Because sometimes, again, all the difficulties on a daily basis. So now this Basadi in Music Awards, that is happening tonight, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, tell us more, please.
So the Beside Music Awards, the first installment happened last year,
Right.
and the purpose of the Besades is to celebrate music women in the music industry.
Brilliant.
And it doesn't just celebrate singers, it celebrates even, the women behind the scenes, the DJs, the stylists, the journalists. So just really the women who are who are making what the music industry is. It celebrates all of those icons.
Yes.
And even, the people that have been there before.
Right.
So it's really been an incredible, for me it's just been amazing.
It's wonderful.
I'm being nominated amongst those, the caliber of those women, and to have my work just recognized at such an early stage of my career.
Yes. So you see, what I believe is that you're doing what you came to earth to do, your soul. I do believe that. And like you were saying, you felt that your creative spirit inside was dying. That's because it's saying, hey, I came here to do this. Wake up and let me do Tell me something else more about the music awards. Can people vote, or how does that work? That's the one question. And the other one, is there a performance tonight, or how does it work?
Oh yes. Okay, so there was a voting process that happened, but this was between June and July the 24th.
Okay.
So the public had to vote, and you could vote as many times as you want to.
Right.
For the category of the person that you want to vote for, and then you will only know the results tonight at the Joburg Theatre.
Okay.
We'll only know
Lovely.
the results tonight. And then in terms of performances, I saw the performance lineup, but I myself am not performing.
Okay.
And I think it's a good thing, so that I actually, soak up the evening.
Yes.
But there's a lovely lineup of performances. There's Yom Sakis. There's incredible fleet of women that are performing tonight. So I myself am looking forward to it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Gosh, a wonderful opportunity and time and journey. And then, because I have so many students listening, at varsity and also at school, I have to ask this question. Your parents or your family, because a lot of the students are not supported, or rather the parent or the grandparents are a little bit scared, because they say, my child, we worry because this industry is tricky, and then they don't support. I wanted to, that's the one. And the other one is, most of the artists I know, somewhere the talent comes from, either a grandmother or the mother or the father or the church or something. So why don't you share those two things with us, please?
With my family, it was initially when I was in high school. They kind of gave into it, because I was that kid. I wanted to be in the poetry club. I wanted to be in the music club. I wanted to be in the drama club.
Yes.
And I still passing while I was doing all of those things, and they were still like, but this is too much. Just focus on your studies. And I just couldn't,
Of course.
So going into varsity, obviously that was a different conversation. Now it was like a bit more serious. It was like, now really.
Okay.
Stop with this thing, like do something serious. So they kind of supported it as a hobby, but not as a career.
Okay.
And I think I think at that time I was like, I really, as a child, you really respect your parents, and you believe you just want to make sure that you're in good standing with them at all times.
Of course.
So I think for me, I try to honor them as much as I can. And then I got to a point as an adult where I was like, one day I'm going to have to account for my own life and tell my children my story.
Right.
That, okay, this is, what I do for a living, and what kind of mantle do I want to pass down to them? If there was a gift or a skill that I want to transfer to them, what would it be? And I knew in my heart that, it's always been music, and I had to I really had to make that choice. I had to say, I know they're not going to like it. They're not going to like me, going into the arts. But I have to do this for myself.
For yourself, yes.
And it's when I took that decision, then they started supporting me. Then, my mom was like, "Oh, okay," and then now they were like, "Okay, can you do this for us? Can you sing at weddings?" Then they started saying, "Oh my gosh, you have such a beautiful gift."
Yes.
But as long as I shied away from it and I was hiding it and all of that jazz and allowing them to determine my life, it became a difficult and a very conflicted place for me. But when I was like, I believe in this and I'm gonna do this, then they started to come on board and they started to embrace it. And I obviously had to do it very responsibly.
Of course.
I had to be very wise as to how I do things. And stuff like that, so that they can also see, okay, there's fruit in this.
Yes,
we can see, okay, it's not, because I think a lot of parents, what discourages them is that maybe you get a gig maybe twice in a year, and you spend 6 months not working, and they need to support you financially. So those are the kind of things that kind of discourage parents from supporting kids. So, but if they can see that, look, you're trying to be responsible about it, you're making sure that every month you have your own income, and you're doing things, and you're very proactive, and you're making sure that you are working extra hard so that you can get to that level that you want to, then it becomes an easier conversation, to have.
Right. Sure. Yeah, but again, it shows how determined you are and how hardworking you are, because that's another thing that comes in. One needs to work at it every single day, because you drop one day, then it's, lovely. Yeah. Great.
Absolutely.
Will your folks be there?
Sorry, yes.
Yes.
Renos, you don't feel like doing it. There's some days I don't feel like singing.
Of course.
I don't feel like writing that song. It's not like, but I know that I have to, because it's a skill and it comes with consistency.
Yes.
And you never get good at anything. Even if you're born with it, you can't get good at it with just talent. You have to, every day, do something.
Cool. It's like doing gym to be fit. Absolutely.
Yes.
That's what it
absolutely.
is. Will your folks be there tonight by any chance? Will they be able to watch or see or anything like that? Did they give you guys tickets?
My dad is coming with.
Hey.
He's an avid supporter. So he's definitely coming with. My mom was going to come with, but unfortunately, my sister is not feeling well, so she has to take care of her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But then you'll give them all the news, and you'll take lots of photographs, and
absolutely.
Yeah. So what we want to do right now is wish you onwards and upwards, break a leg, whatever is meant to be will be, and we want to keep following you on your journey. And that is what I wanted to end with is, won't you put onto this podcast, what are the links? How do people follow you, Kele? And how do they connect with you and so on, please? Your social media handles, etc. Please. Thank you.
Okay. So people can follow me on Instagram.
Okay.
My handle is @IamKele. I need to double check this because sometimes
no problem.
do get it wrong.
Please do, no problem. All good.
Okay, but yes. So we start with Instagram at @IamKele and then _M.
Okay.
And then on YouTube it's Kele space M and apostrophe. So that's where you will find all my music, all my covers, everything about my musical journey is on there.
Great.
And then you can also find the other links to Spotify and iTunes and Apple on there as well on my YouTube page.
That's where I am. Yeah, that's where I found the song to play, and it's beautiful, and it's really well organized. Good for that, I really say, very good. Lovely.
I must credit Tebang Dian. He was the producer and the instrumentalist behind, you know, the producing side of it. Yes. So,
sure.
Yeah.
Very nice. Beautiful. So all the best for tonight. Break a leg, onwards and upwards, and thank you, Kele. Keep us posted, please. Ne?
We'll definitely do.
Okay.
Thank you, Renos.
All the best, ma'am. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.